And we're back at Realcomm Live here in Tampa for the 2024 Realcomm IBCon Conference. Here with me is Russell Smith, Managing Director, North America at Work for MRI Software. Hey, Russell.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's good to be back. And it's, first of all, let me just say thank you for having me and MRI Software today. And then also, I wanted to also congratulate you guys for 26 years.
26 years.
Doing it big here in Tampa.
Yeah, well, thank you. I'm glad that we could talk. You and I talked for the first time last year when we were in Vegas, had a really good conversation. You had just come on board, I think, with MRI
That's
at
correct.
the time. So how's the last year been?
Last year's been really exciting. We've taken a big move into our North America at Work business. As you know, I'm the North America at Work Managing Director. So what I do there is we basically are jumping in pretty heavily on trying to just expand that business. One of the things from then till now that we've done is we've gone ahead and expanded our focus on retail. When you think about retail, we have a at-work retail business that focuses on our on location, which was formerly Springboard. Last time we talked, it was Springboard.
Okay.
We've changed that name to our MRI on location, and it's been pretty exciting there.
Good.
And then there's been other things that have happened, but I'll go into that a little more.
Well, tell me a little bit about. I know MRI is very much client-centric.
Yes.
You guys have a reputation for really listening to your clients. You do a survey where you're really getting their thoughts and feelings, and you work very closely with your clients in their challenging situations and partner with them. What are you hearing from your clients about what their challenges are, and are there anything specific? Are you seeing any trends in terms of what real estate clients are experiencing? Yeah,
I think one of the things, it's a theme that's been here as well, which is around AI and artificial intelligence, but one of those themes are, hey, the industry is going through a lot right now, and they want to have more touches and service and focus on where we're going, what kind of technologies we're going to be deploying, what new technologies, and the R&D investments that we're making to ensure that they're going to be along with that change.
Right.
And that's something that we're doing. We're doing that not only with AI. You probably heard a little earlier today, we had one of our AI leaders come and talk, and they spoke a lot about where we're headed and the client engagement. We currently are already engaging in some of the AI activity by leveraging our MCI tool, which is called our Contract Intelligence tool.
Right.
So we're already doing lease abstraction from some of the leases that many of the clients are asking for. And then the on-location activity, even at our booth today, we have cameras that are already tracking everything that's come through, even at this center here. But we do that actually in the field with every one of our, we're trying to do that with most of our clients that we have in our retail and office environment. So staying grounded on the new investments in AI is big.
Well, I can tell you that your booth looks fantastic. I was talking to Angie yesterday, and it is just cutting edge and fresh and with a new design, and you can tell that you're really putting a lot of thought into everything that you do.
Yes.
So all of the design, and I can imagine if you do that with with something like your exhibit, that carries over and is just sort of the tip of the iceberg in terms of what you guys are doing for your clients and really digging into the productivity and efficiency and all of those client conversations that you're having. Well, one of the things that's very interesting to me is like I mentioned, you've been with MRI for about 2 years, and you were not in this industry, correct, before you came to MRI?
Yes and no. I'm 30 years with brokerage. I've been a commercial broker for 30 years, but I was a SaaS executive and leader in healthcare. And I also have worked in M&A directly. And as you know, we at MRI not only are developers of software, but we also acquire businesses. And then we've also have an extensive partnership ecosystem. And all of that is to make sure that when a client or of any type comes into our house, if you will, they are able to get the end-to-end activity around our open and connected solutions that we offer.
Well, what was your impression coming from healthcare? What was your impression of the commercial real estate industry? Because those are, there obviously some overlap and some, some synergy there, but vastly different.
Industries. But one of the key connectors was healthcare is one of those industries that was one of the last to take on some of the technology innovations that were needed. Banking, then some others, and then healthcare. And then what I also saw was there was some connectivity between that and real estate, because real estate is still taking on some challenges with innovating around some of the SaaS, some of the services, and then all the connectivity around making everything plug and play. And that is why I believe MRI was a great place to come to, because it also has an open and connected system, and it has a platform called MRI Agora that allows for us to have a flexible network.
Right. What is it that you think, and I think you have a very interesting perspective just because you have such a background. What do you think it is about MRI that makes it such a leader? Because MRI is one of those thought leaders, one of those partners in the industry, been around a long time. What do you think it is in particular that makes MRI have such a role?
First of all, it's a great question. I think and it's also great because of my coming in from where my vantage point. I think first and foremost, MRI is a pioneer in the real estate industry, and I think that comes from having been in this business for 53 years, and that 53 years is not just commercial. It's not just residential. It's also corporate real estate, which is critical, right? That's our occupier business. So we have a full breadth of solutions that we've been able to develop, acquire, or partner to create this unique pioneer environment, if you will, for 53 years. I think when you couple that with an open and connected framework, I think it just becomes a place that answers a lot of different questions in any setting that we're in for our clients. So I very happy that I made this journey, and it's been exciting, and we're continuing to grow and expand this business.
Good. Well, we only have a couple more minutes, and my last question would just be in terms of looking forward. What do you think are going to be some of those big trends? I mean, through the rest of the year and maybe first, second quarter of 2025, do you see anything big coming down the pike? What do those trends look like? What do you think?
Yeah, there's a few, but I'm going to go off, and I don't want to sound terribly redundant because I think we heard this a lot this week, but it's really right in our face, and it is AI.
Right.
It is artificial intelligence. That is the short answer, but if I were to expand on that, some of us have looked at it, we don't look at it as, but some of us look at it as a disruptor. But it really should be an opportunity for everyone. It has definitely allowed us to go deeper into our R&D or research and development, and I think a previous person that was up here, I was listening, mentioned that we not only need to be in front of it, but we also need to be investing for the future and actively playing a role. And that's something that we're doing right now. So I think AI is still the leader here.
Okay.
There are some other industry trends that we're seeing that some of it is out of scope, but I think if we keep playing ball the way we're doing it and we keep investing in those new opportunities, and we also listen to our clients, I think that's pretty critical. And that's something that we've taken a big effort on for client engagement and focus for the path forward.
Right. Well, I think there are a lot of questions, and of course, like I mentioned before in one of my previous conversations, the whole theme of the conference is beyond the hype.
Yes.
Let's get beyond the BS and really let's talk about the practical applications, and be cautious about not getting ahead of our skis.
Yeah.
And really helping people to understand what is going on with it. And I know your clients are having a lot of questions, a lot of conversations, and having a partner like MRI that can bounce ideas off of them and help them navigate those waters is critically important.
Yes, it's been really good, and we are pushing. We even this year we decided that it was important to implement a client advisory council and it actually has been enlightening for us to see, hear, and get feedback from our clients on the different activities that they have in play.
Right.
And that innovation and the technology that we're bringing just has been wonderful as a collection of thoughts.
Right. Great. Well, unfortunately, we are out of time.
Oh.
I told you that the 10 minutes was going to go by really fast, and we probably would have a lot more to talk about. But it was a pleasure having you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
It was good seeing you again.
Yeah, and I will see you soon. I know
yes.
we will.
Well, I'm I'm going to talk to you again before another year goes by.
I know.
But please come back next year and let's pick up where we left off and see what's going on in 2025.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Russell.
Thank you.